kind of worrying here. I don't mind having days and days without any sales if at least I average a minimum. I started getting flashbacks from when I first started doing eBay, or before I even started doing eBay 20 years ago, 20 something years ago. Well, it is Monday. I know I haven't done a video in quite a while. It is Monday the 19th. Getting old. I can barely see. I'm wearing my glasses, but I had to like squint to see the date on my watch. And I used reading glasses. Besides for reading purposes, I have 20/20 vision. I can see things perfect. But anything within a few feet, I need reading glasses. I hate that. But anyways, I got a few interesting books this weekend. Went to a garage sale on Saturday, and they had mostly toys, vintage toys. And I asked if they have books, and they said, yeah, let me check around. And they had some books that weren't that interesting. And then they pulled out a box, and they said, well, if you don't like any of those, there's these. I don't know if you like this. And these are people that do this for a living. They sell collectible toys and things like that. Don't know how they missed this, but let me position you here so you can have a better look. Dungeons and Dragons Encyclopedia Magica, already listed for, I think, $80 or $90. Listed this one for $120. Encyclopedia Magica. These are very good condition. First printing on both. Another Dungeons and Dragon book. Listed these for lower. I forgot how much. Like $20, $30. These are like another one. Monster Manual. This one, I didn't even know this existed. Battletech. I don't know if it's a game. I already listed. Another Dungeons and Dragon book. Another Dungeons and Dragon book. Already listed all those. This one. Electra Lives Again. Some sort of comic book. Listed also. Over $400. So just in those and a few other books that I listed today. Let me show you. I paid $2 each of those. And then I listed this one. Like church books. Also got this one from the same people for $2. Joker. This one as well. And Dr. Seuss original. I didn't even comp any of these. I thought this was going to be worth more. It's not. But none of these books I comped. I just got them because I know anything Dungeons and Dragons is going to sell. I'm glad. A few of them sell for pretty high tickets. The other ones sell for at least $20, $30. So I'm happy with that. But besides that, problem is sales are down. I have one order for the weekend. One sale. One book. This one. $12 book. That's it for the weekend. Besides that, so today's the 19th. I have that one order. Before today, I have one sale, which was a pretty decent sale. It was a $50 book that I sold on the 15th. That's 4 days ago. And before that, the 13th, I had two sales. The 12th, I had one. 11th, I had two. One, two. I mean, I don't know what's going on. I don't know if we have another dry spell or low sale season. I mean, it's not post-Christmas anymore. Is it because we passed Mother's Day? I don't know. Kind of worrying here. I don't mind having days and days without any sales if at least I average a minimum. I know I say my goal is $100 a day, my initial goal, which I still haven't reached. Some days I do, some days I make more than that. That's for sure. But on average, I'm not reaching that. My average is probably profit-wise, maybe $50 a day before this week, because this has been a terrible week. But in all honesty, if I make $150 a day, 7 days a week, that'll pay every bill I have, every expenses I have, pretty much. And it's very low. I mean, $150 a day, that's a very low amount of money. I was messing around with Whatnot, trying to figure it out. I don't know. Everybody says it's so simple, which it looks super simple, but it's just, I don't know. Just to start it, I started getting flashbacks from when I first started doing eBay, or before I even started doing eBay 20 something years ago. I made such a problem with it in my head before starting that it just took me years. Took me a couple of years to start eBay. And I know I should just start this, but this is different. This is live. It's not like creating a listing like on eBay. This is causing me a little bit more of anxiety, if anything, because of the live factor. And I don't mind going live right now and doing it. I don't mind doing live videos. I do live videos. I used to do them all the time. I've gone live on this channel a few times. If I could start right now and just, without having anything planned, and start, I would. But I was looking for that. It looks like you need to create a show, create a date, and I'm just not good with that, managing that aspect of my life. Some things I have trouble with, simple things like that. You know, I could take the most complicated laptop, take it apart piece by piece, and fix whatever's wrong with it. Done it several times. That's how I have my laptop. This is I've never bought a new computer in my life. I've always had several computers at any given time. I always buy on eBay missing something broken, and I put it together. I'm good with things like that. I'm good with art. I'm good with a lot of things. I'm good with cooking. I used to have a cooking channel on YouTube. But things like this create an anxiety. I don't know why. And I have desperate need to make more money. And I desperately don't want to work for anybody. But oh no, I think things are getting better. There are dry spells like this week. But at the same time, I'm getting better and better books. I'm learning more. I think there's going to be that click, that moment where my average $50 a day is going to turn into $200 a day in profit. I can feel it. I feel it in my bones.